Shalom, beloved. Our verse for today is the letter of St. John, chapter 1, verse 3, and it reads, "That which we have seen and heard will declare to you, that you may have fellowship with us, and truly our fellowship is with the Father and with His Son, Jesus Christ." The beginning of the first letter of St. John has similarities with the beginning of the Gospel of John. At the beginning of the Gospel of John, we have the famous verse, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God." And in verse 14, "And the Word became flesh and dwelt among us, and we have seen His glory, the glory as of a Father's only Son, full of grace and truth." We see here a witnessing. In the beginning was the Word. The Word was with God and was God, but took flesh and dwelt among us. And John tells us, we have seen Him, we have been with Him, we ate with Him, we touched Him, and now we testify. So also, the beginning of this first letter of St. John says, "That which was from the beginning, that which we have heard, which we have seen with our eyes, which we have looked upon, our hands have handled concerning the word of life." That is what we declare. It is not an empty testimony. It is a testimony based on true life experience. But the Gospel and the letter of St. John tells us that our faith is not something empty, not out of a fiction. It is a faith born out of a true human experience to which we are called. We are invited in this reading to come into fellowship with the disciples who were in touch with Jesus in His human life. But He says, not just to be in fellowship with us, but to be in fellowship with God Himself, who sent His Son, Jesus Christ. Turning back again to the Gospel of John, chapter 20, verse 30 to 31, we see, "And truly, Jesus did many other signs in the presence of His disciples, which are not written in this book. But these are written so that you may come to believe that Jesus is the Messiah, the Son of God, and through believing you may have life in His name." We are invited to fellowship by believing the testimony of those who saw, touched, ate, and related with Jesus, and who realized that they were not relating with an ordinary human being, but with the Son of God, with God Himself. Thomas would confess in the Gospel of John, "My Lord and my God." And so, when doubts arise in our minds and in our hearts, are we on the right path? Are we doing the right thing? Let us remember these words. What we have seen with our eyes, what we have touched, what we have spoken to, a real concrete reality that we witnessed, to that we testify that Jesus, the Son of God, took flesh for our sake and for our salvation. That Jesus, born to us at this time, bring us all heavenly blessings, and may He guide us, guide our paths and purposes until we come to that eternal glory prepared for us in the house of His Father through Jesus Christ our Lord. Continue enjoying a blessed Christmas.